I'm sorry, are you addressing me? Because your authority is not recognized in Fort Kickass.
Dr. Bones, Dr. Bones, Dr. Bones.
Right on, and welcome to New Music Saturday, and Mike's off vacation, so of course we have with us the lovely Forgottenbee. Welcome back, Bee.
Hello, how are you? I was just laughing because I was just trying to say to you, while the introduction was going, have you seen the film Dark Man? And
Yes.
It's a really old film, but I was watching it and it's just so cheesy and just so hilarious the way it's put together. It's Liam Neeson.
Right.
It must be the worst movies because there's bits in it because he's so aggressive and he's been in this. I think he's got no nerves or something, so he has no feelings. So suddenly he just gets really, really aggressive. But there's a bit in it where he's dancing around with this kind of funnel on his head, and it's just ridiculous. It's like I've never seen, and the special effects in it is just appalling. I don't know how old it is, but it is. You just got to see it just because it's so funny.
Well,
anyway, there you go.
that's how a lot of the old movies are, though. I mean, it just you watch now, it's like, why was I even scared of this movie? This is a joke. You know?
My favourite bit is when he's in the fun fair, and I've never forgotten it. It is a swear word, so I'm going to swear, but it's just like he's there with his wife and things like that, and he gets really aggressive. He wins this elephant for her, and then she's going, take the fucking elephant. It's like shoving this cuddly toy out, and you just kind of go, it's just so mad. I think isn't it based on, it is a comic. Isn't it a comic?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of get that, but it is just, you got to see it just to realise how cringy and awful it is. But it's worth it. But anyway, it's lovely to be back.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you're back, and a big thank you to you for the input on my Bones Day birthday compilation that Mike put together. So, again, thank you to everybody who put in for that. Kerry from Q Cliche, Juxta, Ill Advised, Forgottenbee, Mandersons, Shotgun 21. It was pretty badass. I was pretty impressed. I was very, very. I couldn't believe it. I was floored. Like I said, for the first time, I was speechless, which doesn't happen too often, if at all, really.
Well, no, I mean, I've got you a few times. I love it. You just don't know what to say. But the mix that he did was really brilliant. I mean, I hadn't heard it, and then listening into it was just fantastic. So I'm really glad he did well, didn't he?
Oh, absolutely. And it was just, he said, as he put it, it was his first attempt at EDM. So, but the other thing is, too, is last Saturday, excuse me, the day after, in London, Ontario, every year they have a thing called Rock in the Park. So they have like a country night, rock night, hip hop night sort of thing. It's pretty fun. And this year there was Sublime and Offspring were the main headliners. Two opening bands was one was a Canadian band called Bleaker, who were it's kind of cheesy, like kind of a ripoff of not Counting Crows, but Black Crows. And that's not a knock to them. It just they sound too much like them, So it's like a little bit too much influence, if you want to put it that way. I mean, they're not a bad band. They are talented, so I'll definitely give them that. And the other band was a band called July Talk, and I'd never heard of because I don't listen to mainstream radio at all. And they were pretty cool. And it was kind of like a White Stripes had kind of like a Jack and Meg White, But she was a singer, and he played guitar, and he did synths too, and he had a pretty rough voice. But they were actually pretty decent, so I was kind of got into them. But Sublime came on, And I was shocked because looking around, I was like, what? Nobody knows these songs? Like, these songs are put on the radio all the time. Like, I know for sure. Like, songs like, from like 40 Ounces to Freedom. They play, Smoke to Joints. They play, Wrong Way, you know, like, and, from the self-titled album, they played Santeria and What I Got to Finish It Up. But, they played a lot of songs. They played, Doing Time from their self-titled album, which personally, I think it's one of the best songs on there. I was like, it's like looking around, I was like, how why'd you even waste the money on the tickets if you don't even know the songs? Come on. It was almost irritating me because they pissed their own money away. And it wasn't my money. I was like, come on. Looking around, I was like, only a few people. I was like, this is sad. Like, I had a great time because, you know, Sublime's like kind of like a ska punk hip hop mix, and they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I really enjoyed the show, and Rome did a fantastic job of filling Brad Knoll's shoes, because as we know, Brad Knoll OD'd on his tour bus, and I believe was 98 on heroin. Smart guy, but what are you going to do? So it was a great concert, but then Offspring came on. I was with about 7 people, and I said, listen, Offspring's going to be on in a few minutes. I said, if you're going to come in the pit, come with me now, or I'll see you after the show. Rick was saying, I was like, all right, I'm gone. And I literally ran to the pit. I was like, woo, Offspring! Like, charged into the pit, you know? And like,
that's fantastic.
38 years old, and I'm moshing with the best. I'm showing these 20-year-olds how to mosh, right? And of course, I crowd surfed the whole thing. Like, I was in my glory. I was having a blast, you know. So they played obviously all the hit singles, but they played a lot of stuff off Smash, and which was their first album. And I got a couple good pics of Dexter Holland, which I did put up on my Doc Bones Instagram, so that's up there as well. And I do have the full video of what I got from Sublime and a couple of other excerpts from that show. But it was a lot of fun. It was fantastic. I had a great time, and believe it or not, that was completely. I had like maybe 4 beers, so it wasn't alcohol fueled, just like sheer adrenaline. Like, I was loving every minute of it, because normally when I go to big shows like that, I don't drink, not necessarily because of the cost, because I don't want to spend half the time running to the bathroom. I want to enjoy the show. I want to stay in the pit.
It's so frustrating, isn't it?
Exactly. I want to stay in the pit, and I don't want to leave. You know. So, but I had a blast. Like, that was amazing. I just bouncing around. I was like, this is awesome. So I had a great time.
Yeah, gigs like that, you don't need loads of drink anyway, do you?
Oh,
That's
not
the
at all.
point.
Not at all.
Just join the music. You get high enough, don't you? Which is fantastic.
But yeah, it was really cool. So, like I said, they play all their hits, and you know, speaking of which, I gotta lead us into something else. I was talking to Maddie from Polaris Rose, and we were doing back and forth, and they're gonna make on a show fairly soon. She's not sure when. She talked to Peter. They're busy recording new stuff right now, so they're recording the new album. But we were talking back and forth. I told her about that. She goes, "Oh, cool." It goes, "I remember when Americana came out. 98. It's like Maddie Smash came out like 93. You know,
Oh my God.
you know, like right around there. Like I was in high school. It's like 38 now, but like, wow. I was like I feel. It's like you feel old.
I know, it's mad, isn't it?
Well, it was a lot of fun. It was just something else. I was completely open. But it's been 22 years since I've seen either band. So it was pretty cool. So tonight we're going to lead off with a band which played on Friday Night Rocks last week, and we've heard these guys a few times before. After the song, I'll explain why we start off with this one. So this one is by a band called Seeking Akira, and the song's called Backlash. Dig this.
You were a I will get you back, get you back, get you back. And you can't hide all your wasted pride. Now's the time, are you really alive? And you can't hide. And you can't hide all your wasted pride. Now's the time, are you really alive? Stare up at the picture on the shelf. Let the tears fall down. You can't hide your wasted pride. Now's the time, and you can't run. You can't hide your wasted pride. Now's the time. Are you really alive? Got the throat it bleeds. Got the throat it bleeds. Got the throat it bleeds. My blood vessels burst as I scream and curse. What have we become? What have we all done? This is my backlash. My blood vessels burst as I scream and curse. I will get you back. After all you have done, this is my backlash.
Right on. Seething Akira, Backlash. I mean, that's a badass tune. And like I've said before, no, it's a good mix of the rock rap. And, excuse me, my throat's really dry. They do sound like Linkin Park a lot and really, really cool. B?
Yeah, I mean that's true dirty, filthy rock, and I love it. You know, it's just really catchy. The vocals are cracking, and I mean the title of the band says it all, really, doesn't it? But
Oh, yeah.
it's like I love the tempo change and the way it kind of builds again. But yeah, really good vocalists, and you know the band all together just really solid.
Well, the reason for playing this one first, and my phone's still trying to load the tweet, which is a pain in the ass for some reason. The Wi-Fi's not working that well with it. Anyways, point being is I play this because I mentioned Linkin Park because of Chester Bennington the other day, well, yesterday, committing suicide. So another rock star lost to that, and just well, we don't necessarily know what led up to it, but the fact that it was on what would have been Chris Cornell's 53rd birthday, and just after too, he'd written that open letter to Chris Cornell when he committed suicide, and it's sad, and you know it's another band. It wasn't my high school; it was more or less my second year of college because the Hybrid Theory came out in 2000, and
Yeah.
but it just it was just really is like I couldn't believe. It was like, are you serious? Like what? Why? You know, obviously we'll never know the exact reason why they did it, that sort of thing, and I mean I'm not a therapist by any means, so I'm not even going to comment of why or what kind of drove them to it. But the only thing is, you think at least, the very least, with all the money they're making and the we'll call it the high credit help that would be available to them, that they didn't reach out sooner.
Yeah, I mean, it is really sad. It's creative talent, and they torture themselves, a lot of them, and it is shocking. And you know, as fans and everything else, it's just really, really hard, isn't it, to come to terms with, because you know, from what we see on the outside,